I had this conversation with the missus last night where we were, I don't know what we were talking about, probably something stupid, but I was like, I understand, like, you know, I think actually I do know it was about the ruling, and I was like, this is terrible. But I was like, I feel like people are still gonna, if they have an unwanted pregnancy, like they're still gonna find a way to, like, they'll drive to another state, like that, no matter where you're at, like
if
that's going to be cheaper.
If you think the Roe v. Wade, right? If you think the Roe v. Wade, and I don't mean you, the royal you, if one believes that the removal or overturning of Roe v. Wade is about stopping abortions, it's not. It has nothing to do with stopping abortions. It has to do with disallowing access to affordable and accessible healthcare and abortions for people, because by keeping abortions a like not an easily got thing, it puts people into situations where, like, if you don't have the means to take care of a child, even it, like, so let's take out health complications out of that, right? If you don't have the means to take care of a child, that can destroy you and that child's life before it even starts. You know, it puts such a huge financial stress. And then on top of that, not just like the emotional and physical stress of being a parent, or, you know, having to grow a human inside of you and then birth it and continue to care for it, is like the implications of, like, maternal health care in the United States. It, like, the average cost to birth a child is $15,000.
Yeah.
And it all has to do with insurance and healthcare bullshit, not because of the actual needs of birthing a child. If it can be very cheap.
Yeah.
It should be very cheap. It's literally growing people.
Yeah, it's very expensive. So in this case, it's just, sometimes it's just best to put it down. Just take it out. We shouldn't be talking about this, dude. My mind, because it's making me sad. So I keep thinking, thinking about the worst things. I was like, oh man, there's probably an investment opportunity here. You know, you could just like a mobile clinic. No, I'm done. That's terrible. We'd never do that over here at the Rick's Mind podcast. We wouldn't.
You know, but honestly, the scariest thing out of this, right? Like, no one needs to acknowledge, or, like, you know, no one needs to go on about how scary abortions, the lack of access to abortions for people is. But what in the actual ruling, the things that they talked about, that the majority ruling was essentially that document that was leaked. When was that? Like a month and a half ago? A month ago? I haven't, like, I read both of them and I didn't notice too much different. Maybe some editorial things, but the scariest thing is that the reasoning that that Roberts listed in the majority, and then in Clarence Thomas's, like, he felt the need to write his own, like, addendum to it. Like, he's talking about using the same reasoning to overturn the ruling for marriage equality, for interracial marriage, anti-sodomy laws, school segregation laws, like, all on the grounds of states' rights. And, like,
do you think that
I can't believe that these people are stupid enough to believe that that's actually going to be a good thing, because at, like, best case scenario, it's a horrible America. Worst case scenario, it sets up, like, every state can be its own little tin pot dictatorship where anyone can, you know, you'll have one state over, it'll be like illegal to be gay, but you can have an abortion, you know, but over here you can be gay, but you can't have an abortion. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's super interesting. I mean, I don't want any of this to happen, but there is a part of me, because I like the chaos, that's like, man, what if all of this just fucking goes down? Like, what's going to happen? Because I mean, I just don't let
it is going down.
I try not to let any of this, like, affect my mood. I make sure that, you know, everyone, like, my lady's fine. I'm like, it sucks. It's terrible. I don't really talk about it because I don't have a uterus and I don't understand these things. But, like, you are at least fortunate enough to be living in a state. I mean, not that this is even, like, really not, like, if she got pregnant, we would have the kid. So it's really, like, this does not affect her at all. But, like,
yeah,
if you can't spend your time getting up, you can. Again, I'm not telling you how to feel, but it might be best to, you know, focus on the things that you can control, because you can't really control this.
I mean, the thing too, though, that also heightens the stakes is that Roe v. Wade wasn't necessarily only about abortions. It also dealt with like women having the right to open a credit card in their own name.
They're going to take that back?
I have a lot of. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked at this rate.
We're turning to the good. No, I'm just kidding. We just want to keep them barefoot and pregnant, man. That's what's up.
Women weren't.
Jesus, dude, we're not gonna. I just don't know if we go that far, but we'll see. We will see.
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think that. You know, I don't think that we're going to end up in a situation like what's that that book, that Handmaid's Tale. You know, like, I don't think it's going to get to that point. But the idea of having, you know, Christian ultra conservative Christian fascists running the country is essentially what is going on right now.
There's definitely a fundamentalist Christian movement that has been going on behind the scenes for a while, which is the problem.
I mean, since
Reagan, it's a problem with also these tech companies censoring people. You don't really know. All the wackos, they're gone. They've gone off the grid. They've gone to Telegram. They've gone to the deep recesses of the internet where they're planning and that was the one thing that was I focus. We've talked about this. I focused a lot on like the crazies of the left. I focused a lot of my time there because they're just insane to me. But then I had a buddy, and shout out to Andrew, that kind of opened my eyes on like how crazy the right is, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude!" He's like, he knows someone that's like full Q, like balls deep into the whole QAnon thing, and he was sending me pictures of this person brought a folder full of like printed off things about all these different conspiracy theories. That's the level of commitment. And I was like, damn. Yeah. What an interesting way to view the world. Like everything's just a conspiracy. Donald Trump has he's got a double, and do you know if it's the real Trump? And like, he's like their deity. And it's fucking crazy, man.
And I mean, like, that's clinically insane. You know, the Christian fascists, my God, they're like, I always think of, have you ever seen the documentary Jesus Camp?
No, it sounds awesome though.
It came out in 2006, I think. And it's about an extremely fundamentalist Christian summer camp where it's just all these kids, like just what the culture is like, and like the weird shit of being like, you know, like Christian nationalists have a flag. It's like, what is it? It's a white flag with a blue square and a red cross in it, you know, and it's like that. There's very obvious like white supremacist undertones to it the whole time, and like at one point they like are praying to a cardboard cutout of George W. Bush. Amazing. Like, this is it's some wild shit, but like what takes it from just being like goofy, like oddity, to like terrifying reality is that like those are the people that, like, there's people in that movie that have like that are not necessarily the focus of the film, but like kind of cross paths that are very powerful and very politically relevant people, you know, and people like, and they're everywhere too, you know, ever since Reagan started I don't remember if he started it or he started going to that like prayer breakfast thing that, or like he didn't start it because Jimmy Carter went to that, but they have that like prayer breakfast, every year that like the president goes to with like, all the televangelists and stuff.
Sorry,
it's that organization is super connected to like some really fucking crazy
I'm looking
people.
I'm pulling up Christian nationalism right now.
It's like these are the people that are controlling this, and like, you know, they're not good people. I mean, like Clarence Thomas was chief counsel for Monsanto for a long time, and then suddenly got put on the Supreme Court like Joe Biden literally fought his ass off to get him on after, and like was belligerent with Anita Hill when she was telling them about how he made her watch bestiality porn. You know, this is not a good person. Like Kavanaugh has at least one credible sexual assault allegation, like at least one. There's like a women's basketball team worth of people accusing him of rape. Amy Coney Barrett is part of an extremist like cult. Like, it's fucking crazy.
What cult?
I can't remember what the name of it. It's let me look it up. But it's basically it kind of mirrors the Handmaid's Tale stuff. They call it a faith group, but it's the People of Praise. It's like an extremist, super traditional Catholic group that no normal Catholic would be okay with it. It's like the most extreme versions of everything, of like women are second class to men and are only servile. They only exist to care and breed.
Wait, how does one go about joining this?
How does one join? Where do you keep the service?
I'm asking for a friend. That's why I just not that I'm interested.
Sure. Yeah,
I tell Jen all the time, like, we're gonna move to Saudi Arabia. keep
Saudi Arabia, Jesus Christ. No, so I mean, it's like scary shit, and like all heaped on top of the country's already in the middle of collapse for a reason, but I guess we can upside. Doesn't really make sense. Like I don't think there's going to be as much as I think like the country needs to just break up completely through whatever means possible. There's not going to be like a proper civil war, like the capital, the Civil War. I think it's going to end up being like balkanization, and like the federal government's like the security state is too strong. No one could actually plan a huge movement like that without getting tipped off.
Maybe not. We'll see. We are definitely kind of destroying
unless it's like the Nazis.
We are destroying ourselves from within.
Yeah,
and do you wonder? I wonder how much like of all the outrage and division is from foreign powers, troll farms, all that shit. Just getting us to hate each other, so we're not united.
That like there's got to be a lot of shit coming from China,
or maybe
and from Russia. But like China should have a vested interest in making sure we don't collapse, because China's built its entire economy on servicing the American economy and American consumerism. So if we create her, they create her too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that their economy is kind of fucked too. I know that they're having some real estate issues, but I haven't paid it too much attention. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be honest. I'm like pretty out of the loop with most things. Like I remember when the leak occurred, you were freaking out, and I was like, John, calm the fuck down. Yeah. This hasn't even happened yet. Go on a walk. And I mean, it did happen. So to your credit, you saw it coming. I didn't think it was actually going to happen. And it did. And here we are. Now, who knows? Maybe they're going to pull back gay marriage. I don't think they're going to do that. Also, I rethought that. I think when that all went down back in the day, I think I was in like middle school.
Back in the day, 2012.
I wasn't in middle school then. I was like, was it?
No.
No. I was like in college at that time.
Almost college.
No, I was definitely in college at that time. But I'm pretty sure I was on the wrong side of history with that one, which is kind of funny. Like I was like, I think I was like team civil union. I was like, we got to give them. Which is terrible. I've definitely changed a lot of those viewpoints.
Yeah,
college was good.
I mean,
in that sense, right? Where it opened my mind and allowed me to kind of see that there were some ideas that I used to have that were pretty shitty, but it is interesting. What if that is revoked? Like, then what happens? Like, holy shit.
See what's going to happen. This is how it's going to happen. This is how it'll happen with gay marriage. And I think the most likely ones that they'll go after will be contraception.
They're not going to do that,
and
dude. No
gay
way.
marriage. Yeah, they will. Oh, they 100%
There's too much
will.
money.
Absolutely.
There's too much money in birth control, dude.
But there's way more money in fundamentalist Christians pouring money into campaign coffers than there is in contraception.
Dude, the Catholics are gonna fucking
there's
love
nothing.
this shit.
There's nothing. But see, the thing is, majority Catholics believe in having contraception available, and that abortion should be legal.
That's
you're
not really Catholic then if you believe that.
No,
Not
you
really.
are.
Not
you are
really.
Because you wouldn't do it necessarily for yourself.
The Pope is the head of the church.
You wouldn't tell
the Pope. I think you might need to go back to catechism school, dog, because like that's not really.
Dude, trust me. I've grown up in the church. They say no to having an abortion, but that doesn't give us the right to tell what other people do with their life. Not everyone is
John,
Catholic.
I don't really know about this, man. I can't. I'm not Catholic.
The Catholic Church has a stance. No, I'm just saying the Catholic Church has a stance that says that that life begins at conception and that abortion is wrong. But the Catholic Church is not like the Pope is not advocating for places to.
Yes, he did,
actively.
dude. He just applauded the United States on this law. He's like, "This is fucking awesome."
After it happened,
this is amazing.
Right. But also too, as a Catholic, the Pope is not Catholics. The Pope is the Pope. The Pope speaks for the Holy See.
Okay.
He is supposed to be the representation of God on earth, right? But he is human.
John,
so he can be
How
wrong.
can you support an organization that has raped children? Like, why the fuck But why do you call yourself a Catholic? Why don't you switch over?
Because I believe in Catholic dogma and Catholic theology and Catholic philosophy. Those things are not. The Catholic Church is a human institution of flawed 100%. People that is corrupt and evil. Largely, the small local parishes, each one is different, but the Vatican, the big V, like that one is super evil and super like not evil, but mega corrupt. Like I don't think it's run by I don't think all of them are child predators, but I think that there is a large portion, for whatever reason, of that in the church. Like the last Pope Benedict he protected the Belgian bishop that was the leader of that sex ring in Europe and didn't defrock him.
Jesus, you could switch over to Lutheranisms. A lot less problems. It's pretty close. It's not close at all. Pretty close.
If I were not going to be Catholic, I would be Episcopal. That's the closest thing to being Catholic. Then Lutheran is way different than being Catholic. When you get down to the nuts and bolts of it.
I'm a big fan of the Jews. They figured it out, man. They're not trying to recruit. They're not trying to recruit anyone. They're fucking. They own the entertainment industry. They're dude, it's a nice little club, dude. If I was to be any religion,
it's a cool culture.
I think I would go with the lost tribe of the Ethiopian Jews as a black person. I think I'll just try to.
What was that? Is that the nation? Is that the nation of Islam?
No. You don't know about this, John?
The Hebrew Israelites, right?
No. There's a tribe of Jewish people that were in Ethiopia, I believe, and they became refugees in Israel, but they're like black Hasidic Jews, dude. It's fucking crazy. Because do you not know about this?
I think I knew about it, but not in detail. Like I knew of their existence.
I didn't. I was in college one night, and I was like, "Are there any black Jews? Like actual black Jew? Like not not people that have converted or were adopted, but like people."
Rastafarianism. Is this like an offshoot of? Or is Rastafarian religion an offshoot of that because they thought Haile Selassie was a prophet?
No, this is like an ancient sect of Judaism, man. Ethiopians of the old world, my friend, dude. Think about it. They had contact.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
I mean, they had contact with the Carthaginians.
That's essentially where humans started.
Yeah. So there are a lot of Hasidic Black Jewish people, which I didn't know.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, see,
That's
now
pretty
we're
cool.
lightening it up.
Yeah.
This is, dude, the bummer cast is
Yeah.
officially over. It's official. Have you seen Top Gun yet?
No, I haven't, but it looks interesting.
I'm gonna watch it.
I will watch it when it comes to streaming or to like available to like buy on streaming. I don't really want to go to.
I think I'm gonna go to a movie theater and watch it. I think that's dude. It's got $1 billion, man.
So
they saved the movie theaters. Shout out to motherfucking Tom Cruise, man. Still doing it. Still don't do nothing.
Absolutely batshit crazy, but he makes a fucking good movie. I'll give him that.
When I was a member of the Church of Scientology, I had the opportunity to meet him. Fantastic person. And that church, they do some good things, dude. Let me tell you what.
God, you want to talk about batshit crazy people? Scientologists are one. Like, people give Catholic shit, but it's like, y'all believe in, what are you? That you're the trapped souls of aliens fighting the great Lord Xenu or
L.
whatever.
Ron Hubbard,
like,
dude.
It's
most
a shitty science fiction writer could probably could roll some decent lore for a cult.
One of the most prolific science fiction authors of all time, dude. L. Ron Hubbard.
One of the worst too.
What a fucking crazy bastard, dude. He did it though.
Absolutely. My favorite thing about that though is that all of like the people who are essentially the priests of them is it's like they style themselves as this like special operations naval unit.
Yeah,
the
that's
Sea Org.
Right. I totally forgot about.
And they all fucking wear like naval admiral and naval officer uniforms and everything. Like they just go shopping at a surplus store.
It's so great.